Hey guys, welcome to Sportstar's Indian Super League match recap. Today we're going to be looking at the 3-3 draw between Bengaluru FC and ATK Mohan Bagan, which played out on Thursday night. Now, on paper, at least if you ask me, on paper, when you look at both of these teams, you would expect a team that already has a philosophy and a rhythm in a lot of senses. At least they know what their combinations are, they know what their strengths are, and they more or less have a very set way of playing. So a team like ATK Mohan Bagan to boss another team like Bengaluru FC, which is just about trying to figure itself out under a new coach, a fresh set of strategies, a fresh style of play. But that's kind of not what happened. This game was an intense 90-minute encounter where both teams were trying to snap at each other's heels and remove any advantage that the other might have. And in a lot of senses, I think it's only fair that we didn't have a loser in this game because, well, there wasn't much to set these two teams apart in terms of goals or otherwise. So in today's video, let's take a look at how this game went on and what this means for the league going forward. ATK Mohan Bagan bossed the first 15 minutes of this game and it resulted in a goal in the 13th minute for the side, with Hugo Bumu's corner being converted by Subhashish Bose with a header to give ATK Mohan Bagan an early 1-0 lead. But Bengaluru FC was not going to allow ATK Mohan Bagan to sit pretty with that lead, and they tried to retaliate back as well, with their efforts paying off in the 16th minute itself when Liston Colasso felled Clayton Silva in the box to give Bengaluru FC a penalty. Clayton doesn't miss these opportunities at all. He's been the star striker for Bengaluru FC this season. The funny part is when Clayton was getting ready to take the penalty, the cameras directly panned over to Sunil Chhetri, who was on the bench. He had not started in this game. And I think Pradyum Reddy went on to say, Bengaluru FC fans, it's actually quite fortunate for the team and the fans that Sunil Chhetri is nowhere near that ball. This is because he failed to convert the two spot kicks that he had an opportunity to score from early on in this season. Nevertheless, Clayton managed to convert from the spot and equalized right there. Bengaluru FC got a second goal and managed to get a 2-1 lead. When Clayton Silva was brought down in the box in the 23rd minute, it gave Bengaluru FC a free kick and Danish Farooq headed a ball that came in from Clayton Silva to find the back of the net and give Bengaluru FC a 2-1 lead. ATK Mohan Bagan pegged one back, courtesy Hugo Bumu and Roy Krishna in I think around the 38th minute, when Krishna supplied Bumu with a lovely ball and Bumu ran down and found the back of the net. Ending his goalless spree in the last couple of matches. It seemed like he was a little out of the thick of things in the middle of the field, and he wasn't really making those vital contributions that he's otherwise known for, and it was good to see him coming back into goal scoring form as well. Into halftime, both teams went with 2 goals each. There wasn't much to separate both teams, and it felt like more goals were coming, and we were right about that. Bengaluru FC actually allowed ATK Mohan Bagan to take the lead again when Prince Ibarra went and felled Roy Krishna. He shoved him down, in fact, in the box to give them a penalty. Roy Krishna was playing his 50th game in the ISL, and he's not the type to miss spot kicks at all, and he converted quite comfortably to give ATK Mohan Bagan a 3-2 lead. But Prince Ibarra made up for that blunder in the 72nd minute when he managed to convert a corner from Roshan. He headed it to the back of the net to make it 3-all. There were quite a few opportunities trying to be created, but then no team could manage to find the back of the net to force a result. Funnily enough, for that Prince Ibarra goal also, everywhere else you could see a fair amount of tussle between the teams, but here it felt like ATK Mohan Bagan could have avoided that goal given that no one was marking him at all. It was an interesting game with not much to separate both sides. When both sides were spoken to after the game, Bengaluru FC seemed to be content with the positives that it could take away from this match, especially the positives in set-piece play, in the fact that they defended well, the fact that they were able to contain and frustrate ATK Mohan Bagan, while Roy Krishna, Subhashish Bose spoke about how they had missed an opportunity in not being able to convert this game into a win. Anyway, after this game, let's take a quick look at how the points table looks right now. ATK Mohan Bagan is placed 6th, Bengaluru FC is placed 9th. Not much happening there, they're still in the bottom half of that table, and ATK Mohan Bagan will for sure want to get its campaign back on track. Given the kind of electric start it had to the season, this is a disappointing sort of mid-run going into the December fixtures. We have another interesting game coming up featuring yet another pair of strugglers. Northeast United will be taking on SC East Bengal, which is the only team to have not won a game in the season so far. SC East Bengal had tweeted on Thursday that Arindam Bhattacharya, who had gone off with an injury a few games earlier, was back in training, and one can expect to see him in this game. So that's definitely a big boost for the Calcutta side. My colleague Shyam Vasudevan managed to catch up with Arindam a little earlier before the season had started, and it was a very revelatory interview where he told us not just about his signing for East Bengal, but also about his love for coffee, the time when he met his goalkeeping idols, his obsession with online shopping, and much more. Do make sure you check out that interview. You can either check it out on our YouTube channel, or you can read the complete interview on our website www.sportstar.thehindu.com, which is also where you can check out our live coverage of all of the games, our videos, podcasts, stats, and much more. If you want to follow our coverage of the league on social media, you can find us on @SportstarWeb. If you would like us to deliver updates from the league directly to your inbox, we can do that also. All you need to do is subscribe to our Telegram channel. So until our match recap of the Northeast United versus SC East Bengal game, thank you so much for watching and take care.